Good morning, everyone. Tuesday morning, back to work. We're going to do a severe weather outlook check here today, starting out with the visible satellite loop as we watch it change from infrared to visible. Great set of products there at the College of DuPage. Still have this lingering systems in the central U.S. producing a variety of clouds and rain and showers and severe weather. It's really been around for about 5 days now, and it's been a spring where we've had these kind of slow-moving cutoff systems. This one's not necessarily cut off; it's just slow-moving. And anyway, it continues to dominate really the severe weather picture here over the next couple of days, which, by the way, is going to diminish nicely here by the end of the week. The threat really starts to go down or becomes very limited. Here's the morning radar loop with the outlook for today. So we have these slight risk areas right here and right here. I'll show you those in greater detail in a minute. But you can see an active squall line now is approaching southern Mississippi, and you can just tell by looking at this that this outlook was meant to encompass the fact that this line will move right along there. And then also later on today, the outflow from this activity and a return flow of moisture and heat should provide at least a little bit of a possibility of more severe storms across West Texas. Let's see what the radar looks like in simulation. HRRR here over the next 2 days shows that squall line moving across the south. Just showers really in the middle Atlantic states and up through Iowa and parts of Missouri again, then an active area of cluster of storms again in Texas. This is, again, a very, very common theme over the next couple of days. And really the only severe weather hotspots are as we're going to indicate here. So here's today's level 1 and level 2 severe weather outlooks. These come from the Storm Prediction Center, and it's a 1 out of 5 category. Basically, it's talking about confidence and coverage when we look at this. So you're looking at extreme West Texas, and all the way down to San Antonio, where it starts to be a level 2 out of 5. That covers much of West Texas, and then again, that squall line that will advance through Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia today. Is there a tornado risk? A slight but detectable one, 2% chance of a tornado within 25 miles in southwest Texas, and also along that squall line, there might be an embedded, just a little twist that happens, a little surge in the squall line. Sometimes those produce tornadoes. The Nadocast, and you can find a link to that in the description if you're interested in this. It's published every day. It's refreshed on new model data and also covers hail and high winds. But for tornadoes, it's finding just using the models that are given to it, the ensemble models, showing a little bit of a threat of a tornado in southern Mississippi, parts of Georgia and Alabama today, maybe reaching a height around in the Atlanta area, possibly. If we look at the SIP severe weather probabilities today, they're highest in West Texas and a little bit along that squall line. But again, these are all just guidance products. I certainly think that there's room for severe weather anywhere in there where the SPC has outlined it. And Colorado State University program shows a tornado risk later on today as that squall line matures and does approach northern Georgia and even parts of Tennessee and Alabama, with a hail risk, large hail risk, confining itself pretty much to southwest Texas. Now we go through Wednesday, tomorrow, again, the high plains, and I do mean the high plains by getting into New Mexico, 2 out of 5 risk there. Very limited, just kind of a stretched out area. This is all dominated by cooler, stable air and will be for several more days to come, in fact, probably through the weekend. So we really just don't see any severe weather popping up in the nation's heartland, but along the edges where the air is still warm and unstable, there are some possibilities, as you see here. The tornado threat pretty much shifts to that area that we just showed you with the slight risk for tomorrow, Wednesday, pretty much southeast New Mexico, almost to Roswell, Carlsbad, and down into portions of Texas. If we look at the CSU model, it puts the tornado probabilities out here, kind of a broad brush probability through parts of Colorado, Kansas, and up into Oklahoma, which is a little bit different. So the severe weather forecast for tornadoes I just showed you is there. So it wants to shift that probability up a little bit for today, or for tomorrow rather, that's Wednesday. Then we go into Thursday, same areas really. It's been a slow moving weather system. So if you had severe weather one day, you're probably going to have it the next day, and then maybe by day 3 you may not. It's just been very slow moving. So that level 1 out of 5, almost in the exact same areas. The CSU model verifies that tornado risk again, maybe through parts of Georgia and Alabama, with the high hail as it usually sits in in West Texas, just good at producing high hail. And kind of surprisingly, but maybe not, the SPC has pulled the trigger on a day 4 risk area that covers the southeastern U.S. from Raleigh down to Columbia, South Carolina, and into the heart of Georgia for Friday. That's a 15% chance of severe weather within 25 miles. The CSU model agrees with that, and you can see this is the SPC's idea, and it matches very closely with what their model indicates. And then on Saturday, no probabilities except maybe a little in New England, and that's it. And then on Sunday, you have to look close, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, and that's it for that. And then on Monday, which is 7 days ahead, we start activating the plains again, and we start seeing more severe weather possible in the high plains going almost up into Canada, which kind of fits the climatology and the pattern that we expect by next week. Thanks for watching today's edition of Severe Thunderstorm Outlooks. This is published every day after the morning Storm Prediction Center update. Also, remember to check that site off on day 1 because they update it fairly frequently. If you like this video, please like it. Also, you can subscribe to the channel for more content just like this.